Hello Aries, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aries, today we're going to go over your overall energy as well as your person's overall energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Aries, let's get started. How does Aries currently view this relationship? All right, Aries. So we do have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. We also have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And then we also have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. You know what? I believe Gemini was the one. No, it was actually Taurus that actually got this exact message. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Taurus, or you might have Taurus within your chart, or maybe your person does. But yeah, Taurus actually got the exact same message. But anyways, let's get into it. So in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, I feel like this is your energy, Aries, but whoever this is, it feels like somebody else. This does not feel like your energy in any way, shape, or form. So this feels like somebody that you're energetically connected to. Now, this doesn't have to mean somebody who's currently and actively in your life. This could definitely represent, somebody that you used to talk to, somebody that you used to date, somebody that you used to be friends with. There's a possibility that, you don't even talk to this person anymore. But clearly something happened here, nonetheless, between you and this person, because whoever this person is, it's somebody who doesn't want to see you thrive. It's somebody who doesn't want to see you succeed in life. It's just somebody who, also comes off to me as somebody who doesn't even want to see you happy. So clearly something happened here between the two of you for this person to feel this way towards you. For some of you, if this is like an ex of yours, I do feel like this person might be under the impression that you're not doing so good, since the two of you parted ways from one another. I am definitely getting that as well. But with the Nine of Cups coming out here, that's kind of telling me that, well, for the most part, you seem pretty happy and pretty content and satisfied with life, to be completely honest. If this is like an ex-lover of yours, for perfect example, Aries, I feel like you find yourself in a much better place now that you're not with them versus when you were with them, if that makes any sense. But yeah, if this person is under the impression that, you're not doing so good without them being in your life, with the Nine of Cups coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this person, for the most part, is very much so wrong in regards to like you not doing so well, without them in your life. I don't know if this person thinks that you're, walking around sad and depressed now that they're not in your life, but you come off to me as somebody who's very, very happy and very satisfied and very content with, life. Like I said, I feel like you find yourself in a much better place now that this person's not in your life versus when this person actually was in your life. Now let's look at this person a little bit more. How does this person currently view this relationship with Aries? Oh, okay. So we do have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We also have the Lovers in the reverse. And the Knight of Wands, it came out sideways. So typically when the cards come out sideways, it basically represents the Knight of Wands in the reverse as well as the Knight of Wands in the upright. There's an energy of them kind of like contemplating if they should gravitate towards you or not. I am getting that. It's like they want to gravitate towards you, but they're forcing themselves not to. It's like the best way that I can describe what it is that I'm seeing here. I feel like this person has been patiently waiting for you to actually gravitate towards them, and it kind of looks like that never actually even occurred and or happened. I feel like this person is somebody who clearly wants to reconcile with you, but it kind of looks like a reconciliation has yet to occur here between the two of you, with the Three of Pentacles coming out in the reverse. But we do have the Ace of Wands to the Lovers in the reverse. That's kind of telling me that this person really doesn't want to start over. They don't want to date anybody else or meet anyone else or build with anybody else. So right now it kind of looks like this person is not even dating and or attempting to get to know anybody new, date anybody new. And it's mainly because they don't want to be honest. It's mainly because they don't want to. Like if this was like Burger King have it their way, they would much rather try to heal and repair things here with you than to start over with somebody else is basically what I'm getting off of this person's energy so far. For some of you, you could be dealing with a Gemini, or you could have been dealing with a Gemini, possibly a fire sign, so an Aries like yourself, maybe even a Sag or a Leo. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but let's see how you're feeling. How does Aries currently feel? Okay, so we have the King of Wands. Okay. How does Aries currently feel? Ooh, okay. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. I don't feel like this has anything to do with like love or anything like that, or even this person to the right of me, to be honest. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this or like rude or disrespectful. Hopefully it doesn't come off that way. But Aries, when it comes on to whoever this person is to the right of me, okay? Because this could have been somebody that you were married to, in a relationship with, situationship with, whatever have you. Again, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't feel like this person is even at the forefront of your mind. In other words, I don't feel like you think about this person. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything or disrespectful, but I don't feel like you even think about this person. Like, they definitely think about you. That's obvious. But I don't feel like you even think about this person. Like, I feel like the only times you think about this person is if something like randomly reminds you of them, and you'll probably think about them for like 2.5 seconds, and then you're on to like, you know, the next thing, you know, that you have to do or think about or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I don't even feel like you think about this person, Aries. But anyways, so in regards to this energy that I'm seeing for you, for some of you, you could very well be starting a brand new job very, very soon. For some of you, this could also represent you receiving a promotion. This could also, you know, represent you deciding to finally get that business off the ground, your career off the ground. I just kind of feel like you've been standing in your own way for quite some time now with the Four of Pentacles coming out in the reverse. I feel like you were standing in your way for quite some time now. But the fact that the Four of Pentacles came out in the reverse, I like it, because this to me feels like an energy of you finally getting out of your own way and going after what it is that you truly want and desire. The King of Wands holds the Ace of Wands in his hand. Now, don't get caught up in the gender, because we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. Right now, you're just harnessing a lot of masculine energy because you're being very proactive in regards to whatever it is that you're trying to go off and pursue and or get off the ground. Because for some of you, this could have a lot to do with you getting a business off the ground, your career off the ground. You know, for others of you, this could definitely represent, like I said, you receiving possibly a promotion. But I just feel like you're being very proactive when it comes down to building towards a life that you truly want and desire for yourself. And this is why we see you harnessing a lot of masculine energy, because masculine energies are all about being proactive. So with that being said, this is why you're harnessing a lot of masculine energy. But now that you're finally getting out of your own way, right? Now that you're finally getting out of your own way and going after what it is that you want, I do see you very, very focused right now on your career, your business if you have one. You know, for some of you, you could very well be thinking about going back to school. That's definitely a possibility as well. But right now, it kind of looks like you're just very laser focused right now on yourself, as well as your money. I am getting that. Very, very focused on money in your career. And like I said, your business if you have one. I feel like a lot of doors are going to start to open up for you, Aries, now that you're finally getting out of your own way. Because I feel like you were just standing in your own way for quite some time now, which was basically preventing you from going after the things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself, as well as making your dreams a reality. And the fact that you're showing up as a King of Wands, I also really like that as well, because what could have caused you to stand in your own way could have had a lot to do with self-doubt. But now that you're getting rid of that self-doubt and you're, you know, you're not standing in your own way anymore, I feel like the possibilities are endless. I feel like you're going to start to accomplish and achieve the things that you've been wanting to accomplish and achieve for yourself now that you're getting out of your own way, now that you're starting to have confidence within yourself as well as believe in yourself. Because I feel like that's another thing that was kind of preventing you in a way from obtaining the things that you wanted to obtain in this life. It could have had a lot to do with you not really believing in yourself. But I love the fact that you're believing in yourself and you're betting on yourself. I like that. I like that a lot, Aries. Okay, how does this person currently feel? How does this All right, let's see what's going on. This person might contact you. out of the blue. I am definitely getting that, but it's kind of stemming from a place of them wanting to like see how you're actually doing. Because again, I keep getting this whole them thinking that you're not doing so well now that they're not in your life anymore. I feel like you're doing good. I feel like you're doing really, really good. I don't know what would possibly lead them to think and believe that you're doing terrible without them, or that you're depressed without them, or you're lost without them. But I feel like you're doing really good, Aries. I do. I feel like you're doing really good. But I do see this person kind of checking in on you, like, hey, like, long time no speak, how you doing? I feel like the only reason, like I said, why they're contacting you is because they just want to know, like, are you doing good without them? Or are you not, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? Now, let's be clear here. Let's be clear, okay? Let's be clear. Do I feel like this person's contacting you to see how you're doing, just to see if you're doing, better without them, or to see if you're miserable and lonely and depressed and lost without them? Yes, absolutely. I feel like that's one of the reasons why this person's contacting you. I feel like another reason why this person is deciding to contact you is because they want to see if the two of you still have a fighting chance to get back together or not. So look at this as like their way of just simply trying to break the ice here with you and spark a conversation with you, because I am definitely getting that they do want to see if you are doing good without them or if you're not, but they also want to see if the two of you still have a fighting chance to get back together or not. With the World coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this person feels like they need some type of closure here when it comes down to you. It's as if this person feels a little bit in the dark, I would say, in reference to you, and whether or not the two of you are ever going to get back together or not is basically what I'm getting. So I feel like this person just simply wants answers. Like they just want to know, like, do the two of you still have a fighting chance? Yes or no? Are you doing better off, without them or not? Because that's going to tell this person a lot. If you're doing better without this person in your life, that's going to obviously tell them that you obviously don't miss them, and the likelihood of you wanting to get back with them, it's probably at an all-time low. It would have been different if you were sad and depressed without them in your life, and that would have been different. Maybe this person would have felt like they had honestly a fighting chance to get back with you. But I feel like based off of whatever it is that you tell them, whether or not you are doing good or not, which it looks like you are, I feel like that's going to answer their burning question in reference to you and whether or not the two of you are going to get back together or not. Because if this person finds out that you're doing 10 times better without them in your life, they highly doubt you're going to want to get back with them. You see what I mean? But if this person finds out that you're not doing so good, you're sad, you're depressed, you've been eating a bowl of ice cream, crying your eyes out, listening to, Adele, you know what I mean? Then, this person's going to find themselves probably feeling like they do have a fighting chance to get back with you. So then there's that. But it's as if this person, feels in a way like there's still like unfinished business, I guess, between you and them. So then there's that. But what actions will Aries take towards this person or moving forward? All right, so we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And then we also have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay. In regards to how you plan on moving forward, you don't think that it's a good idea to have a conversation with this person, is basically what I'm getting. Yeah, you don't think it's a good idea for you to have a conversation here with this person about absolutely anything, especially with the Seven of Swords coming out here in the reverse. I feel like this person in some way, shape, or form revealed to you their true colors, to the point where you don't even feel comfortable enough to even sit down and have a conversation with this person about absolutely anything, is basically what I'm getting. So I'm not entirely sure what occurred here between the two of you that's causing you to feel like it's not even a good idea to speak to this person about absolutely anything. because it has something to do in regards to like them essentially revealing their true colors to you. So like, for example, maybe you confided in this person about something, in the past, and, this person, turned around and used that against you. And to the point where now you don't even feel comfortable having a conversation with this person about absolutely anything, out of fear that this person might turn around and use it against you, or whatever the case may be. A lot of you may also feel like having a conversation with this person is also not a good idea because you don't want to give this person a false sense of hope. I am definitely getting that. You don't want this person to think that they still have a fighting chance with you, or believe that they still have a fighting chance with you. Because a lot of you feel like if you go back and forth with this person, it's going to lead them to think that they still have a fighting chance here with you when they actually don't, is basically what I'm getting. So however it resonates, because I am getting that for some of you, it has a lot to do with them revealing their true colors to you, to the point where you don't even feel comfortable enough to have a freaking conversation with this person about absolutely anything. And then, well, for others of you, it has a lot to do with you not wanting to give this person any false sense of hope. And a lot of you think that if you were to go back and forth with this person and have a conversation with them, that it's going to lead them, I guess, to think that they still have a fighting chance with you, even though they, technically speaking, don't, I guess. Okay, what actions will this person take? What actions will this person take towards Aries or moving forward? Okay. So we do have the Death card. We do have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. And then we also have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So this is just kind of acting as a double confirmation that you will be receiving communication here from this person. Do I think that they're going to get a response from you? More than likely, no. More than likely, no. I feel like there's something that this person's communicating to you. There's something that this person's communicating to you. How do I explain this? They're saying something to you, but it's not coming from like a genuine and sincere place. So this person might tell you like, hey, like, I understand if you want nothing to do with me. I understand, if you don't want to talk to me, I can respect that. I understand if you don't. I understand if you don't. But, I would love to have a conversation with you. The fact that the Page of Cups is coming out in the reverse, that's kind of telling me that whatever it is that they're communicating to you, it's not coming from a genuine, sincere place. So if this person hits you with the, I understand if you don't want anything to do with me, Aries, that's a lie. They don't understand. If this person tells you, if you don't want me to contact you ever again, I promise, I won't. That's a lie. They're going to contact you again. There's just something that this person is telling you, and they're not being genuine, sincere about it because the Page of Cups is in the reverse. Now, I don't see this person like saying anything crazy to you. This to me feels like, something more along the lines of like, hey, Aries, I would love to talk to you, but I understand if you don't want to talk to me. Like, the whole, I understand if you don't want to talk to me, that's a lie. Or, if you don't respond back, Aries, I promise I'll never contact you again. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. This person will definitely contact you again. I want to look at this Page of Cups in the reverse. Tell me more about the Page of Cups in the reverse. If this person does apologize to you, Aries, for something that they either said and or did, it's not coming from a genuine, sincere place. So if this person says, Aries, I'm really, really sorry, with how things played out between the two of us and what I said to you and what I did, they're not sorry. We have the Nine of Wands. We do have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. And then we also have the Three of Cups in the reverse. This is one of those situations where it's like they're hoping for the best, but anticipating / expecting the worst. You know what I mean? To happen. This person's really hoping, especially with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, they're really hoping that you don't push them away. They're really hoping that you don't block them. I'm also getting that. They're really hoping that you'll be open and receptive towards having a conversation with them. But again, it's one of those situations where they're also anticipating / expecting the worst, because this could go either which way. There's a possibility that you may not want to reconcile with them with the Three of Cups in the reverse. You know, they understand that that is definitely a possibility. Honestly, they don't really know what to anticipate and or expect, but they also understand there's only one way to find out, and that does, you know, consist of them contacting you. And depending on, you know, whether or not you respond will determine how things play out between the two of you. But I don't see you contacting them. I don't see you contacting them. I feel like you just want this person to just respect how you feel. Just respect how you feel. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You just want this person to respect how you feel. You want this person to respect the fact that you're done with them and that there is no reconciliation that's going to occur here between the two of you. You just want them to respect that. You know what I mean? I feel like you've already communicated that, though, towards this person. I feel like you have. Yeah, I feel like you have already communicated all of this to this person. And the fact that they just refuse to respect how you feel, again, it's kind of getting to that point where you're starting to get really aggravated and really annoyed with this person. So even though I do see this person contacting you again, I don't feel you're going to say anything to them. Like I said, you might go as far as to just simply block this person so that way you don't have to hear from them ever again. You know, that's definitely a possibility. You guys might decide to go down that route. But like I said, I don't feel like you're going to respond back to this person. So you're either going to block them or possibly just leave this person, you know, on red. But I feel like your mind is essentially made up. You want to move forward and move on with your life, you know, and that's just that. And I feel like that's something that this person is just going to have to, you know, respect, even though this is going to be a tough pill for this person to swallow for sure. Because I could tell that they don't want to like start over with anybody else. I could tell that they want to work things out with you. So with that being said, to experience this rejection from you, it is going to be a massive blow to the chest, unfortunately for them, and it is going to be a hard pill for this person to swallow, again, unfortunately for them. But it kind of looks like this person has no choice, you know, but to accept the fact that it's done and over with, you know, between the two of you. Okay. Another thing too, when this person does contact you, if you honestly don't want to hear from them ever again, I suggest that you block this person on absolutely everything. So that way you don't have to hear from this person again. Because if this person tells you like, hey, like I promise, like if you don't respond back to me, I'll leave you alone. Like for real this time, they're not going to leave you alone. They're not going to leave you alone. Okay, so they will contact you again. If you don't want to hear from them again, just, you know, block them. Do what you got to do. But the fact that this person's also coming out with the Page of Cups in the reverse, that's kind of telling me that they may, I'm not saying that they're going to do this, but they may go as far as to like lash out at you for not responding back to them, for leaving them on red. I mean, they are showing up with a Page of Cups in the reverse. So that basically represents somebody who is emotionally immature. It's somebody who doesn't really know how to control their own emotions just yet. It's something that I feel like this person's learning to do. But yeah, I feel like this person is emotionally immature. So when they don't get what they want, they're very quick to like get very angry and very upset and, you know, things like that. But it's just because this person hasn't learned to like master their own emotions just yet. And that's okay. I think that we've all been there, done that. I mean, technically speaking, you know, you've definitely been there yourself. I've been there myself. We've all been there, you know, at some point, as far as like learning how to like control our emotions and master our emotions. It's just something that this person still needs to learn how to do. You know, in order to become an Empress, you have had to been a page at some point in your life, whether this had been when you were a teenager, in your early 20s, whatever have you. Like there was a point in time where you were a page. You know what I mean? Just like I was a page once upon a time. Everybody that you know was a page once upon a time. And you might even still know, you know, pages in your life. You know, people that are very like immature in certain, you know, departments, I would say, in their life. In this case, this person is just emotionally immature. You, however, you are somebody who knows how to control your own emotions. You are somebody who has mastered your own emotions. You don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. You're not that type of person that gets like fucking ticked off, you know, instantly, like this person, for example, does. But like I said, you know, we're all here to learn. It is what it is. But just letting you know that they might go as far as to like snap on you. They just might. I'm not saying that they will, but they might. So it's just something to kind of be aware of. So if you don't want to hear from this person again, just block them. Because if you don't block this person, the moment they find out that, you know, you left them on red or whatever the case may be, they might go as far as to like, you know, snap on you. And it's mainly because this person has yet to master their own emotions. And that's okay. That, I mean, not that it's okay for them to snap on you, but you know what I mean? Like, they're learning. They're learning to master their own emotions. It's just going to take a whole lot of time. But other than that, that is what I have for you, Aries. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.